And when you're speaking of young people, I think the Peoria Star newspaper did a survey of 250 kids that were coming out of high school, and out of those 250, 11 of them chose the education with a double major, so they had a backup career to that. And then I guess they also said in 1971, 25% of the degrees in college were in education. In 2015, they're saying there's only 5% going into education. So that's a huge impact.
Amazing numbers.
And why is that money driven? Is it the pay? Is it the environment? Is it cultural? What do we think leading to that?
I think many of the things you just you ticked off there, but Bob referenced, the professions can become a little less attractive. Everybody's heard obviously about the pension funding issues that we have in Illinois. Young people are paying more attention to that, I think, at this point. The preparation requirements are a little more stringent, which is okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that as we look at more of a licensure system. But one of the things I think we've unintentionally done in Illinois is we made it a little bit harder for out-of-state teachers to come into Illinois, the reciprocity issue. 40 of our 102 counties border neighboring states. And so a lot of the talent or potential talent that we would get to put in our schools come from our neighbors, and we've made it somewhat harder for reciprocity, that is those that hold a Missouri teaching license or an Iowa license, so on and so forth, to actually get their Illinois license in exchange and come and teach. And so we did have a bill passed last year as part of our Vision 2020 initiative that tried to address that and remove some of those hurdles. I think we've got a little bit more work to do in that area to try to make it a little bit more attractive. But that's just, the out-of-state side. And I think teachers are also paying attention to the fact that on the accountability side, some of their success, employment success, can be tied to how well their students achieve. And trying to develop a balanced accountability model going forward that doesn't rely just totally on student achievement standardized test scores, but the bigger picture.
In light of what Mark said, and I've visited with some classroom teachers in the last weeks, and some have said, I don't know that I would go into this career again because of the performance evaluation. New
evaluation system by September 2016. Every evaluation of staff or teachers, 30% of your evaluation is tied towards the student's performance in your class. Or it could go to a state default model of 50%. So that's what these districts and school boards are wrestling with right now, is to develop their own personal evaluation system for their district. And you have to have at least 30% of the teacher's evaluation is tied towards a student's performance or growth.